Hey guys, what is going on? Kiodiekin here. Today's gonna be a little different. I do a lot of testing behind the scenes. And you know what? Let me turn down. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. So I do a lot of testing behind the scenes, and so just wanted to take this Saturday afternoon to do some additional testing and figured out we'll go live. So this is probably the first time some of you have seen. Well, it's probably the first time you guys have seen Emulation Station or Retropie boot from the Orange Pi 5. If you guys have questions, go ahead and post them. I'm transferring ROMs today. I just got finished transferring some BIOSes. We may have some special guests pop in for a few minutes. So this is a very relaxed session. This is not a quality. I wouldn't say quality produce. This is not pre-planned. So we are expecting bugs. At least I am. I'm testing everything. So right now, the stage that we are, at least where we are right now with testing Retropie, is building it from the ground up. A few days ago, I was testing all the controllers. So because Retropie is not native to Orange Pi, and you guys have heard me say this before, you just can't copy and paste stuff to another single board computer and expect it to work. You got to start all over again. You got to start fresh. So that's what I'll be doing today. So this will be laid back, just me going through the paces. I had to, there are some things that won't compile right now on the Orange Pi 5. I'll give you a few examples, like Steam won't compile. I believe that's because it's 32-bit. What else do we have? I think the PS3 controller drivers won't compile, so that's something else. But I'll go into that in detail. But there's a lot of incompatibility with this chip right now, so we have to test everything. And I'm not saying it's not going to work in the future, but again, just letting you guys know that this is not plug and play compatibility. We got to test everything. So that's what I'll be doing for the next few minutes here. If I can get some games going, that's fine. I'm just checking to see what launches, what doesn't. But, you know, we're getting the feel of everything. So this is not going to be something pre-installed where we're checking it. But all in all, I've been really happy with it. I just did a video installing the case that'll probably go up tonight, maybe tomorrow. But it's fun. So on the bottom right, what you can see is the Orange Pi 5 with the aluminum case on. I will be using, I don't even know if I want to call this a vanilla version of Retropie because there's still a lot of stuff I haven't installed. I have checked Bluetooth. We are hooked up to the net, as you can see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll walk you guys through a few things. So if I don't speak a lot, forgive me. But again, I'm still here. So we're going through the paces. So let's get ready. All right, I'm just going to log in right now. This is typically one of the things you have to do when you're first building Retropie or logging in the emulation station. What in the world am I doing? Station. If you guys have never seen this before, that's because most images have already been pre-set up for you to some extent. So there is a way around that. I just haven't been bothered to type it in. So, and where is my controller? Let me find my controller really quickly. I think we're going to go with this one. We're going to go with this controller today. This is the Afterglow. If you guys know who Lee PSP is, he did a video with that Batacera image somebody made. And so there were questions or people were wondering why you could only use a PlayStation style controller and it wouldn't work with his Xbox. That's because Xbox drivers are finicky and are not configured to work with Orange Pi. So, where's my thing at? Oh, there it is. So again, those are something we have to test. Fortunately, the ones that I do have installed for Retropie do work. So that's a cool thing. So that is the Pistolero menu. Let's go ahead and make sure this thing is working first. Again, I have to go back and through and test a lot of this stuff. Let's go ahead. The games are there. Perfect. I didn't think anything would show up. All right. So let's see if anything launches. I just went ahead and just dumped some ROMs on here just to see what would happen. We got the Wii. Let's see if this launches. I'm just really curious. Oh, by the way, this will be the first time anything launches if it does launch right now. Okay, so I'll probably got to do some more setup on here. Let's try this really quickly. So as of right now, I've gone through several different controller types. We do have a number of emulators installed. Let's go back here. I'll show you guys what's been going on right now. Hey, what's going on, Bluesman? Thanks for watching. So I did install Tamo. That is installed on here right now. We got Show IP, Run Command, Retropie, RetroArch. I do have a few themes on here. Bluetooth has been working. I was able to detect my PlayStation 5 Bluetooth controller. So again, if you guys haven't seen any of this, this is what Retropie looks like when there's absolutely nothing on here. And just a little FYI, I know people say, hey, don't download a pre-made image. If you haven't typed in any command or typed in emulation station or typed in Sambo or quite a few of the other commands to get everything going, then it is a pre-made image. Oh, shoot. You know what? I think I might have screwed something up, and I hope I do not have to reinstall this. Wow. All right. Well, good thing I made a backup copy. It looks like I may have to do a reinstall because I screwed up a few things a little earlier, and I don't think that's the reason why it is launching right now. So it's going to take probably another 15 minutes. What's going on, Dirty Gaming? So I think what I'll do is let me burn this to a, you know what, let me do this. See if I can access my themes on here. Let's go to UI settings. All right, there's a pistol level theme. Pleasure Paradise, I'll back up. So again, we're building this from the ground up. Every little nick and cranny has to be checked. Every encoder, every trackball, every accessory, every little adapter. I'm checking everything. Obviously, the internet's working. Oh, what else is there? Right now, I do have a USB hub plugged into the USB 3.0 slot. So that is working too. So that's a good thing. I picked that up today just to test it. Themes are working. Let's go back to UI. Yeah, I think I screwed up the interface. I was screwing around doing something earlier or whatever, and I think I got to start all over again. Yep. Yeah, I was in WinSCP and moved a file by accident. So let me go ahead and install the image. You know what I'll do is I'll leave it up here. I'll just burn it to another SD card. I think I'll put it on a 128 so that way. Let me see here. That way I have more room, because right now it's installed on a 64. So camera. All right, let me pull up my SD card formatter. I'm back on my PC right now, guys, by the way. I hope this thing doesn't give me a hassle. You know what? I haven't checked to see if music is working. Again, I have to go through and check all this stuff, all the little small stuff. I'm not sure. I've never seen Retropie run on Orange Pi to know like what difficulties people may have had in the past. Wow, watching live streams is illegal in the UK. Is it? Let's see here. Where's that file at? SD card formatter. No, I don't want to. Trying to find my SD card formatter. Let's see here. But but before we start making some major advancements, seeing what could really run on this, and I know I've seen some videos out there as far as what the board can do. We want to make sure that it can run within a front end interface and not just run independent of one another. Because I tried that Batacera build and the SE NES drivers won't load. And in fact, even on this one, there are certain Xbox drivers that won't load for Orange Pi. You get a kernel error. And so there are certain things, drivers, emulators that are incompatible with the chip. And typically what will happen is people will look at the hardware and say, oh, that could run PlayStation, or oh, that could run, Super Nintendo or NES or Sega Saturn. And from a hardware standpoint, it's true. But when you're dealing with these chips and these kernels, some of these things just won't compile, and you have to create it. You would have to create a new code in order for a lot of these things to download and compile on the board. And so this stuff isn't going to work, without controllers. And so all that stuff just has to be done. So pretty much that's what we're doing, is we're going through the paces. And let me write this image. let's see here. Let's continue without scanning. You just switch back over to my PC right now. All right, let me go back. But one of the things that I'm really happy to notice is that there hasn't been any freezing issues, nothing of the sort. I expected some, maybe it would hang up during the boot time. But when I first compiled Retropie on this, I mean, it took everything. It added RetroArch in the background. It added a lot of the drivers. It added Mubin. Redream won't install because I think, well, I know this is a 64-bit OS, but I think Redream is 32, so that wouldn't compile on here. That was another emulator. Trying to think what else didn't. Yes, already had the GPU drivers working, and it's about 3 times better. Okay. Well, the GPU drivers, as far as I know, isn't it 8 times better on this particular chip? Do not want to do that. Let me see here. Yeah, I screwed up something earlier, so I got to start all over. Screw it. Accept. Let me go back to my downloads. Yeah, I mean, the hardware is definitely here. Here, hold up. Let me take my headphones off. Yeah, the hardware is definitely here, but we got to check everything. We got to get it going. Let's see here. Installing some new software. Where is? Let's go ahead and extract here. Got. But in the meantime, I have not been able. I haven't played any. I tried to play any games on here other than me just trying now, but screwed up one of my command lines. I did install. I did hook up the send-in light gun, and that did not work by default. I have to double check right now to see if the software was even installed, because I did install Tamo, and you guys know some of that has the send-in light gun script in it. So I just thought I would try, just off the bat to see if it would work. So let's see here. Okay, perfect. All right, now I got to write my software. Let me find what did I do with that image? Oh, I know where it is. There we go. Let me switch back over so you guys can kind of see what's going on. And I'll find my drive. And this is the image right here. I just went ahead and just made something very brief, so it shouldn't take too long to write. Because if I didn't back this up, I would have had to start all over, and that would be like a 2-hour compile. So we don't want to do that. All right. This is Orange Pi 5. Yeah, I'll just do a clean install right now. I want to install it to my 128 gigabytes SD, so I have more storage to install some stuff right now. Because right now I just, I had tossed it on that 64 gigabyte card. No, 64. It was on the default card when I compiled the other day was on 64. Yeah, the build currently is under 2 gigabytes. There's barely anything on here. Hey, what's going on, Intramorph? What's happening, man? See, ES themes, Bluetooth. Yeah, screw it. I'll start all over. Just so glad I backed it up. When finished, the build would be 16 gigabyte light and 32 gigabyte full. But this will be a lot, a little fun project. One of my main concerns too is just hoping this wasn't um bottlenecked within Retropie, because I know sometimes that could be a hassle. So let me do this. Let me turn off. Let's go back here. UI settings. Screensaver. Oh, I also tried installing the scraper and that failed too. So that wouldn't compile. I can't remember if that was a chip error either. Yeah, Intramorphic probably missed the first few minutes, but yeah, I mean, all of that should work. I mean, it probably could, but we have to test it because, again, I've tested some of the drivers for this, and just off the bat, it doesn't compile and test. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here in a few minutes. But in the meantime, I can just answer some questions for you guys. Let's see here. Enable audios on. Let's go back. But it's a good sign. Like right now, I know what I'm doing is very rudimentary, in terms of just RetroPie running on a Raspberry Pi, but I'm not experiencing any hiccups, no issues with changing any of the themes so far. So let's see, carousel transition, screensaver mode, put that on about 15, random video, sleep after so many, quick. Where is other settings? VRAM set to 220. Show frame rate off. Show hidden files. While we wait, let me go ahead and show you guys this really quickly. Hopefully this should work. But Xbox drivers are working. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up for you. All right, there's a keyboard. Give me a second here. All right, so there's my Afterglow controller. You guys can see it's already working. I know it may not seem like a big issue, but trust me, it's a big issue. Because, in fact, I'm going to just hardwire this thing in. No, it's not running Xbox. I'm saying it hooks up to the Xbox controller. There's been some issues with Xbox driver compatibility for the controllers running on the Orange Pi. So I was a little concerned at first because on a previous build, it was a Batacera image. The Xbox controllers just wouldn't work. So fortunately, right now these work for us. The PlayStation drivers, I tried one of the PS3 ones, and it didn't work when I tried it. So again, gotta test everything, guys. We're starting all over. All right, so right now I got the Xbox Elite Controller 2 plugged in. Just going through the paces. CB, X, Y. All right, so we got that going. All right, let's go back to where's the other setting? Let's see, game. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me change my settings again. So pretty much the goal is to get this to where it needs to be as far as Retropie. And then what we'll do is start tinkering and playing around with it. We got to check splash screens. I'll do that here in a few minutes. We got to add music, see if music is still working. All the basic scripts that you guys are familiar with. We got to go ahead and add all that stuff. Make sure it compiles. Make sure it doesn't freeze up the issue. What's going on, Damien? We just got to test everything. So you guys know I didn't get this device to play Super Mario Brothers, but guess what? All that has to be tested. I got to leave it on overnight, let it run, make sure it doesn't hiccup, make sure it doesn't freeze, see if a track mode will work on here. So again, all the stuff you guys are going to be seeing me doing today, next few days, will be very basic and regular practice for Retropie stuff, but I got to do it all over again. But I will say that I do like the specs. I mean, the fan on the aluminum board, it runs pretty cool. Let me see if I turn this light on. Yeah, it runs pretty cool. Good temperatures on it. I think it's 40 some degrees Celsius, but it's pretty much everything is stable. It hasn't froze at any time when I booted it up. But I had to make sure I put it in the case because I don't want to take a chance on breaking anything. I haven't played any Wii yet, so I do know that there's been videos out there. People have played certain games on it, but we want to make sure we can run it within the front end and see how everything responds. So tell you're getting one to play Atari. Oh, funny. So I do a lot of testing behind the scenes. Sometimes you guys don't see me upload a video for 2 or 3 days, or what'll happen is I get sidetracked. So for example, you guys know I went to Super Nintendo World, and I put up a couple of videos, but I still have more videos that I need to put up. But what happens is I get sidetracked, with all this testing and stuff that I need to do. So I would be doing this if I didn't go live. You guys would just be like, hey, where's kiodiekin? Where any updates? So I said, screw it. I figure I just turn on the camera, and whoever's here, we can go ahead and do it. So what do you think of the time limit? I'm going to test PlayStation 4 on here. Screw PlayStation 3. I'm going to test it because the PlayStation 4 emulator can run on Linux. The only problem with that, I may have to wait to get a backup unit because this board says don't overclock it. You could fry it, but I believe, based upon my understanding, if I use that emulator, it might try to overclock the chip, and I don't want to burn it out. So I will try it. I will try the PlayStation 4 emulator. I mean, it should do PS3. I mean, as far as a hardware, but again, remember, I don't even know if that emulator, will compile. And so, that's been another thing. I'm glad you guys are here. If you guys have watched uh, a lot of the Arcade One Up content, there have been talks and conversations about, hey, just get a more powerful board and they can run it. Or you'll hear people say, hey, all it needs is, a better processor, or it needs GPU. No, no, no. That the chip may be incompatible with the emulator and it may not even launch, or there could be configuration issues. So, like a lot of the emulators now that you may see on Retropie, I can't port over right now. I can't compile them. Like Redream, I can't compile right now on Retropie. Right. So, again, part of this is to show you guys the process that everything has to be done. It's not like, oh, Retropie works, just put it on there. Every emulator has to be re-downloaded. We have to go back and check it, then make sure it doesn't freeze up 5 minutes in, things like that. So it's even though, again, hardware, yeah, I mean, there's videos showing it, runs and stuff, but check, and double check. Yeah, it should. Um, obviously we have N64 running fine, for the most part on the Pi 4. So, but again, because it's a more powerful chip, but there could be incompatibility issues, we have to make sure that it's stable. I mean, even though the hardware is there. No, it's not easy, and that's why, not any, as far as I know, no one else has gotten even RetroPie working or booting. So it's not easy. And then the other question is, because I don't have access to every controller made, then the next question would be, well, then can you put this in an arcade cabinet with an encoder? Because then we have to see which, I can't remember offhand if maybe some of you remember which encoders work when you plug it into the Pi 4. I can't remember. Does it register as an Xbox controller or is it defaulted to PlayStation? Because I know like those Zemo controllers and whatnot, I don't remember what they default as uh, in correlation to the gamepad when you have the drivers on your Pi. So, but pretty much all of them would have to be tested. All right, we got about 4 minutes here. I'm about 60%. And then let me see here while we're waiting. I know I screwed up something. I can't believe I did that. Let me just go through some of the files here. Right now, I'm logged into WinSCP. There are some differences here. So some of the things right now won't load because typically it'll say Pi. You know what? Maybe if I just renamed it. Dirty, are you still here? If I rename this to Pi, it should work, right? Because by default, in order to launch splash screens or launch certain applications, this has to be a Pi, because RetroPie is looking for Pi, it's not looking for Orange Pi. So I would probably have to just rename this directory and maybe it should work. Let's see here. We got etc. Oh, you have to do it by command? Okay, that's what I figured. All right, so there are the themes here. Themes are already installed. Samba's already been activated. Let's see, OPT, RetroPie, configs all. Let's go back to these are a few of the emulators installed. See, RetroArch. I was also too able to install some of the RetroPie shaders. So Okay. All right. So these are the Zen input presets. So these should probably work. Xbox 360 wired controller, Xbox One. Obviously, I've verified these, so these will also work. iBuffalo DS3 compatible HID device. I did try my Xbox 360 Ori fight pad, so that should work too. I don't have an 8-bit though, so that may work. DualShock. Let me see something here. Okay. Fun. I think I went at what? I think I was working on this for 5 hours straight the other day, just testing every possible controller configuration I possibly had. All right. I am going to. All right. Well, I'm already on this screen, so let's go ahead and pull this out. We're going to reboot. Let's power off. Oh, but by the way, so the other day when I did try that Bata Sarah image, that's how I knew the drivers for the PlayStation. I mean the Xbox wouldn't work because I had to use my Chrono Zen in order to do it. So um, I had to simulate. You know what? While I have it, can I even do that? Let me see. Do I have my Zen plugged in? I'll show you. I had to simulate or emulate a PlayStation 3 controller using my Xbox. So that's how I figured out that's what the issue was. So Lee PSP, if you're looking or watching, that's why your Xbox controllers would work because only PlayStation 3 oriented. Andrew Marv, one of the Patreons, huge shout out. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Let me know again if you guys have any questions for light guns or anything like that. I can take on those too. But your contributions will be well spent. Trust me. Be well taken care of. I think I may have to get some more devs on board to kind of help speed up the process. So, and if I need to do that, trusted individuals, of course, buying equipment isn't cheap. Let me see. I'm going to switch back over now. There we go. Can I get a copy of Supreme Ultra V2, please? I tried to torrent from Facebook group and it's stuck at 0%. Yeah, I'll give it to you after this. All right, here we are. We're back in. Hey, check out Double D Guitars channel. He did an excellent video on that Atari Fight Stick. Really good review. Sweet. Mute channel, nice to meet you. Already making progress on the Orange Pie. I believe we're going to get there. Where are you right now as far as development? All right, this better freaking work. All right, let's go. But I don't have any ROMs on this one. Let's go to Retropie setup. Here we go. All right, I just got to type in my password again. Pi. And I'm going to get rid of all that. But again, all right, so here we go. So we are on Retropie 4.8.2. I'm going to go through this slowly so you guys can see all of this. Samox says thank you, and I really appreciate all the donations. Please keep in mind, all of this is going to go towards the project. I think we're about $500 in right now in terms of development. And so all the money that's the Patreon subscribers that you guys have been putting in, got to get some orange pies, got to get a 16 gigabyte, probably a 32 eventually, memory cards, SD cards. A lot of stuff just goes straight into testing. So yeah, I do a lot of that stuff over here. Thanks, brother. Hope you get this rolling. We'll love to grab one. Yeah, please. And please, guys, keep in mind, if you guys are planning on getting this at this point in time, please keep in mind that you're getting this to tinker, because even though we do believe that we can get this running, I just want to make sure I set the right expectation that we're getting there, and we have no full expectation of what it can do or what it can't. So if you guys remember with the Pi 4, what was that, 4 years ago? Yeah, remember where we were back in 2019 when we first booted it. We're back in the saddle again, but that was a little different because Retropie is native to the Pi 4 or Retropie. All right, we got basic install, we got update, manage packages, configuration tools, update Retropie, perform reboot. So let's go to manage packages really quickly. If you guys are new to RetroPie, I'm sorry. Just walking through the paces. We're going to do a lot of beginner stuff here. For those of you guys who are devs or used to making images, you're familiar with these paces. Let's see. Update all in-store core packages. Let's go back. Let's go back to manage main packages. Let's see what's already in here. So as you guys can see, a lot of this stuff is already installed automatically. All of this was done when we compiled it. Let's do, I don't want to do something here that's going to take, let's see, let me see if this, I think this has to compile. All right. So as you guys know, this is one of the issues that I was talking about in regards to splash screens not working. Sorry, but package splash screen is not available for your system. Package flags, non-screen, all RPI, XBN, Arch64. Splash screens is 64. Well, no, it's 32-bit. So this is showing up as 64-bit GL. So I believe that splash screens command, I believe it's 32-bit. That's why it's not installing. All right, let's go back down here to manage optional packages. Daphne wouldn't compile, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and click on Daphne. I want you guys to see this error message. So this is, again, this is where we are right now in the process, trying to get some of these emulators installed. And in the meantime, I will go ahead and drag over some ROMs. So let me pull up my WinSCP again. Let's go ahead and log in. IP address should still be the same. So let me go ahead and switch over so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so we're logged in through WinSCP. I'm going to go through my ROM pack. This is the kiodiekin special ROM pack. All right, we're going to pull up Retropie here. Got video loading screens. And this isn't standard Retropie. This is the base version from like Supreme stuff, because base Retropie won't have video exiting screens or video loading screens. Let me go ahead and play this. Let me see if there should be anything in here. No, I think it's video exiting screens. So let's go ahead and open this up so you guys can see it. Oh, you guys can't.
Hey, you're very good. See you next time.
All right, it pops up in a different window, but it's there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and install a few ROMs. Let's go ahead and transfer over a few. Where is my ROM pack? Let's transfer over. I'm going to start off with something small. Let's see, where is? I'm not going to transfer over any media right now because I don't want to take up too much time with that, or useless space rather. Wait a minute, what the heck is this? Okay, I'm in the wrong folder. All right, there we go. Oops. Don't want to do that again. All right, so I'll just toss a few things in here just to see if they launch. Oh, shoot, I got to transfer the BIOS back over. Well, cool, man. Well, keep me posted when you get your Orange Pi. I don't have one yet. When I said we're going to get there, I was meaning the gaming community. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. We'll get there. Yeah, Intramorph and some Gnosis. Thank you guys for the contributions. Will be put to good use. All right, let me transfer over BIOS. All right, let me take you guys back to Retropie. I'm gonna let this do its thing while I kind of walk you guys through this. Where is BIOS? Just looking for something really quickly. Darn it, I just had it in front of me. All right, there we go. All right, so while that's transferring over, I'll walk you guys through the rest of this. Let's go ahead and compile Daphne. I want to show you. It's going to fail because I've already tried it. So let's see what happens. Install from source. Are you sure to install from source? Intramorph, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, it's kind of weird. I think people are still getting their stuff right now through AliExpress. I got mine from Amazon, by the way. So I'm just glad these got here. Man. Oh, well, that's kind of weird. I'm just glad these got here before February 10th. Well, it said between February 10th to like March 6th or whatever. I was like, screw this, man. I'm gonna hurry up and jump on this. All right, is it working today? Because I think it got this far and then it failed before. No, very true. No, that's smart. That's why we get a lot of this stuff here, and it's a risk, because this is a hobby. We invest our time and stuff in it, and we don't want people to get these like, hey, it works, and are you gonna have as a $90 brick, or if you got the 16 gigabyte model, $120 brick, waiting for development. You know what? I don't think Daphne went this far the other day, but it may have and then failed. So we'll see. Ah, there it is right there. All right. So could not successfully build Daphne. Daphne Laserdisc emulator, whatever it was, isn't found. So let's go over here to the next one. Please see home Orange Pi. You know what? Maybe it's not installed. No, that shouldn't be an issue because it's seeing Orange Pi instead of Pi. So I'll check the logs later, but I just wanted to show you guys that these are some of the hurdles that we're going to have to overcome right now. Kodi is another one, should be on here. Where is it? Oh, and the ones you guys see in red are the ones that didn't install automatically. So I'll just go ahead and click on this. Sorry, but package Mame for all is not available for your system. 64-bit GL. So I think Mame for All is 32-bit. Where is Redream? Because I know Redream didn't work. SNEX 9X did not compile on here, but this isn't bad. I mean, look at all the ones that are in black that compiled automatically. I mean, this is not a bad start whatsoever. Let's see if Kodi, I don't think Kodi compiled on here. Install from binary. Let's go ahead and install. Sorry, but Kodi is not installed for your OS platform via Retropie setup. So, there's that. So let's go back. I want to show you guys something really quickly. This is something else we're working on just to give you guys an idea about what's going on here behind the scene. We are going to, so the Xbox driver is installed. That's why I'm able to use the Xbox driver. Now, typically you can install any of these, but if you notice some of these are in red, these aren't going to compile. And this one down here, I think the XPad Neo and also XPad, those won't install. That doesn't happen on Retropie on the Raspberry Pi. So I'll go ahead and click this anyway so you guys can see install from source. Could not install Linux headers. So again, I'm showing you guys this because people, again, will look at a single board computer, talk about how powerful it is, but if you can't compile on it, then how good is the board? So I don't want to mess with any of the stuff that I know is already installed. We do have Dolphin installed. All these other emulators, I'm going to go ahead and see. Let's see. Let me install some more ROMs on here and see if we can get those to launch. Hope we can get those to launch because I would love to get into some gameplay because I haven't even tried playing games on this yet. Other than the Batacera image, I did play on that and that was all right. Let's see, where are my Pi images? Where is that kiodiekin ROM pack? You guys can download that too. I have that up online. Let's start with some Atari 7800 stuff. Went to the basics. I'm on my desktop now, so I think I will transfer over some wheels and snaps and other artwork just to see if it shows up in the theme. So we'll go ahead and do some of that too. So I'm transferring over some ROMs. Hopefully the video snaps and stuff will show up. Again, that's something else we got to check. Make sure they snap, the videos are playing, and make sure there's sounds with those too. You want me to try N64? All right, I'll try N64. So let me go ahead. N64. All right. Add the, oh, you know what? That's right. I forgot to add the game list. Crap. Where's the game list file? Game list. Almost forgot, man. That's why you guys got to keep your practice up. You get a little rusty with stuff like this. All right. Game list. Let's go back to, what did I have in here? NES. All right, I forgot to add some NES stuff. Let's add the game list file for NES. I'll add a wheel and a snap to it. I'll add the box art to go along with it because I want to see it on the screen. I guess, obviously, I might as well test it all right now since I got it in front of me. Let's pull up game list here. This one too. This one wouldn't install. Oh, you know what? Let me switch back over for you guys. Let's go to N64's Parallel. If you guys remember, we first ran that here on the channel with Vulkan drivers. If you guys are familiar, you guys all been playing GoldenEye or 007 on Xbox. If you guys go play that and then reference my video with N64 Vulkan drivers with GoldenEye, looks exactly the same. So who knows? Maybe they're using Parallel or they're just using it. Codemasters actually made their own emulator or whatever running Vulkan. You can't tell the difference. So I do have a video coming up on that because it looks exactly the same. All right, could not successfully build Parallel. So again, I'm also doing this. So for those of you who are devs in the community, you want to kind of get a head start on some of this. You guys could take some notes down and make a note of which emulators currently are not compiling on Retropie. So Parallel is another one. And there's a few more. I know Redream's another one. Yeah, like even Steam Link. Package files are all RPI 3, RPI 4. Your flag's 64-bit. So there you go. So I'm just kind of scrolling through here so you guys can see the continued list of what's installed, was not. Let's see, manage optional packages. Where's Flycast? I thought I saw Flycast on here. All right, let's see if this one will install. Very curious. I can't remember if this one failed or if it was successful or not. Hey, Rexer, what's going on, man? Yeah, there's going to be quite a few. You know, again, going through the paces, man, starting all over. Rexer, do you know offhand which ones, to your best recollection, won't compile? There's Flycast. It's still listed as Flycast on here. Then there's Flycast Dojo. Flycast Dojo supports internet capabilities. All right, so it did compile. Choose an option. So that did install right now. So awesome, because I didn't try it the other day. So there you guys have it. First time Flycast has been installed on Retropie on the Orange Pi. Yeah, Rycast is on here in Redream. I'm trying to remember where the heck they are right now. Let's see here. Mame 2010, I believe it did. Oh, there we go. Let's try Kodi really quick. I can't remember if this one. I think this one might fail. Yeah, this one's going to fail. So, okay. Yeah, the scraper, I'm not going to do that one because that one took about 30 minutes and I think it failed. So we're not even going to touch that. Let's USB ROM service is already, I think it's on. Can't remember. All right. So let me back out here. Drivers. Let's go back. Manage dependencies. You know what? I already went through here. So let's go back. Configuration tools. RetroArch audio settings. You know what? I think I got to turn this on. Samba's already installed. Let's exit. So I got some games on here. Let's go ahead and reboot, fellas, and let's see if anything launches. Oh, you know what? Before I go back, let's go take a look at Temo. Hey Rexer, yeah, this is the first time I'm just kind of going through some things. I haven't fully ran a bunch of stuff, so we're just checking it. But probably it'll still take some time. Don't try to take forever on some of these. Definitely. All right, so here we have Tamo. This was made by the Supreme team and also one of the guys from Retro Devils. I think some of this was based on what was the name of that thing I came up with? I forgot. Shoot, I even forgot. Oh, Retropie obsolescence. So this allows you to change music and your themes at the same time. So let's say if you have a space theme. I went over this a few weeks ago in the other video. It also plays space music if you put it in the right directory. So it overall changes your entire look for your Retropie image. So we do have the send in menu on here. I still need to go through WinSCP and see if those files are actually on here. Let me take a look because I know it's installed on here. So as you guys can see, you got joystick selection, light gun, reset controllers, send in basic menu. So I did try turning the send in on with this, but it didn't turn on. So I got to verify if even the software is even on here. Because let's see, Retropie menu, icons. And again, we're going to get a whole lot of this stuff working. I'm just showing you guys what's up. Let's see, files. I'm not seeing. I don't think the send and light gun stuff is on here. Let me double check. All right, let me switch back over so you guys can take a look. All right, sending menus here. I'm looking for. All right, we got icons, but I don't think the software is here, so that's probably why I wouldn't recognize or turn on. I can't find my AE light gun. It's packed away right now, but if I had it, I'd just plug it in and see if it works. I mean, it should, but again, I just like to check everything. All right, let's go ahead and reboot. I'm going to try to see if any of these games launch just by default. And let's see what we got. I just got finished installing some BIOSes. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. For the Atari, did I put the video loading screens or the snaps in here? The Home Pi, Retropie, ROMs. All right, video snaps aren't playing. At least I don't think they are. Well, maybe because I didn't put that CFG file in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and start a game and see what happens. Uh-oh. I think we got something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. All right. I'm not even sure if this system is installed. So let me back out of this. Let's try oh shoot. I should be using my controller, not my keyboard. Mupin should be installed. At least I think it is. Well. Looks like we're in business, boys. All right. It doesn't look like I have any sound though. Do you guys have sound right now? Hold on. Let me turn up the audio. This ain't looking too half bad, honestly. All right, so that is the first boot. Just happened to be GoldenEye, right? So you guys are watching history. The first game I launched, well, not the first game I tried, but you guys get the point. So unfortunately, I won't be able to know if sound is off because I don't. Oh shoot! crap. You know what? Let me try. You know what? I'm gonna just do some gameplay. But this is MuPin. I mean, this is a crappy emulator in my opinion to launch the game, and it's running. It's looking nice. It's not looking bad at all. Now, the other thing I noticed is that my controller has been timing out, so I have to unplug it and plug it back in. So let's go. We should be starting now. All right, this isn't me playing. This is just a regular video footage. Still looks a little pixely. Let's see here. All right, I can't access RetroArch. Normally, I would just hit hotkey and X. All right, let me go ahead and hit the start button. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I got the other controller. Maybe this one. That doesn't look too bad. All right, give me a second. I'm screwing around. Oh, crap. Well, that looks nice. I've never seen that before. I'm trying to access RetroArch. Give me a second here. I've noticed my controllers have been timing out. Give me a second. All right. All right, so my controllers aren't being recognized in game, so maybe the keyboard was default. Let's go back in. You guys realize this is just a test, right? That this is like the first time booting a game, and Retropie is not even native to this device. Like, and it just came out. Like, we got this working faster than we did Retropie on the Pi 4. Let me check. I'm going to go back really quickly. Let's go back. Options. I want to go to. You know what? I think I'm missing some settings here. I just want to try something really quick. Oh, yeah, it's a success because most people can't even get this to boot. All right, let's take a look at configuration, audio settings, auto start. Configure backends. USB ROM service. I need to find out why it wasn't working in game. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's see RetroArch. Segmentation fault. So now I'm wondering, is RetroArch even loaded? Maybe that's why it's not. I appreciate just seeing Retropie running at all. Oh, definitely. Yeah, Dirty Gaming, you don't have to justify anything to people. You know, we see this stuff all the time. You know. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to Nintendo 64. Let's look at 1080 snowboarding for a minute. So I think I may need to compile RetroArch. I don't think RetroArch's loaded. I thought it was, but because the other night when I compiled it, I did see it load. So and I'll go, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Sega Saturn games on here because I haven't seen anybody run Sega Saturn. Hey, Distant Earth, what's going on, man? I'm this is on the Orange Pi 5, and we're just checking out the progress to see if it boots, what we have to do, but just where we are as a community as far as how the Orange Pi 5 will emulate games. And just so you guys are aware, this isn't the best emulators for any of these games, so things will look a little bit better. So you say it's a password issue. And also want to remind everybody that I am using a Elgato capture card. And so sometimes that affects a performance as well. I do notice on the stream, it is a little bit hiccupy, but that does not resemble what I'm actually looking at. I mean, if I actually, here, let me see if I, no, you know what? I don't know if I want to move my camera, but yeah, I don't know if I want to move my camera, but it's probably my internet access that's choppy. But as far as that, it's running fluidly on my screen. I'm looking at the stream. So looks good to me. All right, let's bounce out to go to another one. You know what I'll do? Here. Let me, I'm going to record it. And I'm going to upload this to my public Facebook page so you guys can check it later and see that it's not running choppy on my end. So I'm going to record it. You guys can check it out later. You guys can see we're still here in the stream. So when you guys get to the end of this video, all right, Smognosis. So got your comment there, man. Right. So at the end of this video, when we're done, go back and check out my Facebook public page. You guys can find this video. I'm recording it, and it's not choppy at all. This is one reason why I sometimes hate using capture cards for stuff like this. All right, so let me go check out another game. Let's try 007. The world is not enough, and I can't remember how this one runs on Pi 4, on the Raspberry Pi 4. Well, at least it booted, right? Yeah, sometimes when you use a capture card, I noticed that there was a video I did a couple years ago about running 1080p, and people noticed like, hey, it was choppy and stuff, and I was like, what do you mean? You know, like it was fine when I looked at it through my phone and stuff, but when I started screen capturing, running through a capture card, I noticed it took a performance hit. So, but right now my Wi-Fi is probably a little choppy and whatnot, so that's what you guys are saying. So again, when this is over, check out my Facebook Live video or a public profile, and you guys will see the true performance of this. Let's see, is there a start button on here? I should have one on my keyboard, but obviously RetroArch may not. Something has to be here in RetroArch. All right, so looks good. Looks good. Little stutter there. It looks clean and crisp. I'm not too familiar with the emulation on this one, but Looks okay. And this is just the intro screen. This is understand that intro screens or preview screens of a game are entirely different from actual gameplay. So you'll get different frame rate results. All right, so I have a couple of videos I'll upload a little bit later for you guys. Let me see if I can get anything going on these controllers though. Oh shoot, is my controller working now? Guess it is. Guess it is working. All right, looks like we got a little slowdown time there. Oh shoot. I just punched the lady in the face. All right, let's back out of this. All right, I'll just use the escape button right now on the keypad. Let's go to GoldenEye. I'm a little bit more familiar with the button configuration. I just hope I don't have to switch everything, because I know the defaulted controls on that was a hassle for me. So but this looks absolutely fantastic with this particular emulator, because with I was only able to get these kind of graphics with parallel. All right, let's go ahead. All right, let's take a look. Oh, no, let's go agent. Yeah, I wouldn't even call. Yeah, this is nowhere even near a beta or even an alpha. This is a building process. Ooh, Vulkan's activated by default. I can tell. Looks just like the Xbox version, doesn't it, guys? You can tell Vulkan on this. Look at the sky. Not too bad. Could run a little faster. We can optimize that, no problem. I think I'm at 1080p. Honestly, this looks better than the Xbox version. It looks a little bit more richer and deeper, but this isn't even the preferred emulator I want to use. You guys look at this on the Raspberry Pi 4 with MuPen and you see what exactly kind of crap you get. I mean, this is almost the parallel version. I mean, look at that. Look how nice it looks. Yeah, we'll straighten it up with the performance. I'm probably running at. I gotta look at the default video settings because I'm not sure what it is on the configs right now. But my God, this is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that sky. Like, look at the detail with the lights, the shadows, the color. All right, let's walk through this tunnel because I know that usually gives us some downtime or slowdown time. Let's see, where's my reload button? There we go. But this is gorgeous. I really want to see what this looks like with parallel. All right. The depthness of field doesn't look like it's too deep. Normally, you're able to see a little bit further down the tunnel. All right, so this little open world thing right here is causing a little bit of slowdown. Oh, shoot. I don't want to die. Oh, here, let me walk around. I want to get blasted on. Let's go in there. I love the texture. All right, let me load some. All right, see some of the slowdown went away. Okay. All right, we'll fix that. But all in all, that looked pretty okay. Just a little bit of slowdown time. Yeah, it'll probably look a little worse on your end because I'm streaming it, but it doesn't look that bad here on the screen. So let's go ahead and back up. I want to go ahead and back out. I want to try some Sega Saturn here. So let me find some ROMs really quickly. Where is my Saturn stuff? Because I don't think anybody has seen Saturn run. Sega CD, Sega CD. You know what? I hope the emulator. I hope the emulator for Sega Saturn loaded. Let's see here, where is Sega Saturn? Saturn. All right, I have to add it here. Let's go to new. Let's see, add path, directory. And get a few of the Saturn games. Yeah, my Wi-Fi has been kind of shot the past few weeks. So that's why I really sometimes don't stream. We'll see. I mean, considering, we have to, recheck everything. We'll see. All right, let's try Virtual Cop. Let me put that on here. Let's try Virtual Cop 1 and 2. Drag that over. Let's try adding the game list. All right, so let's try Saturn. Let's also try. I'm going to load Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Let's see. What's another good game of that? That's right. Daphne failed, so I can't try that. Turbo Graphics, no. I think for me, Sega Saturn would be the test. Let's try 3DO. All right, I'll try 3DO as well. All right, the NES. Let's see if NES loads. Really curious. I am too, man. That would be something else if it does. I'm not sure if it's supported with Linux though. Okay. I guess I got to do some additional work for N64. So all right, let's restart. And I'm going to check. Let's just go ahead and reboot really quickly and restart emulation station. All right, so it's not detecting Saturn right now. Let's see if Tatsunoko versus Capcom can launch within Retropie. So the last time I ran this game on a Pi device, it was on the desktop and it was really choppy. You guys know the Pi 4 doesn't have any. Okay, so it's not launching either. Let me see if. All right, there we go. Select default emulator for this. IR Dolphin is the only emulator here. So let's see. I'm not going to edit custom. I don't think it'll boot. I got to add some additional stuff here. Okay. Let me go back to N64. Oh, it was okay. So it was using Glide. That's why I was looking so bad, so good. I thought it was using. Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute. For this just to be regular MuPin, I thought it was regular MuPin. It was looking awfully great. Oh, you know what? Let me try some other arcade games on here too. I'll try let's see if like NFL Blitz or Killer Instinct or anything like that will run on here. I'm not sure if I have it in my set, but let's just take a look anyway. Okay. Shoot, I hope I have it in here. I'll find it. Let me try. Shoot. You know what? Let me find. This is the wrong arcade set. Pi 4 arcade set. Yeah, that's what I need to try. All right, there we go. All right. All right, so this emulator doesn't like it's going too well, so I'll go ahead and start it anyway to see what kind of performance we get out of it. Let's see, Area 51. Area 51. All right, so I'm transferring Area 51 over right now, and I'm still looking for my Killer Instinct. You know, I could also try Mace. Let's see here, NFL Blitz. I gotta find Blitz. It's in a different folder. NFL Blitz. All right, let me find. Where are you? Let me just toss one of my ROMs in here. Hopefully it works because I got like several different versions of them. Let's see, Blitz. Where's Killer? All right, I think this emulator makes it run like crap from what I can see so far. Let's see, Blitz. I need to find the Blitz ROM. All right. Let's try Blitz over. I got the CHD loaded for Blitz. Where is Killer Instinct? Killer Instinct. All right, I'm just looking for Killer Instinct ROM. Okay, I got like 20 different versions of Killer Instinct, so I'll just bring all of them over and hopefully something sticks. All right. Okay, I'm not liking this emulator. It looks a little slower. Oh, but you know what? I am transferring ROMs over right now, so I don't think that would have a drastic performance. And I am running from an SD card. I'm not sure if there's a way to boot from SSD yet or from USB 3.0 because I honestly don't want to go back to SD cards at all. I honestly don't. But yeah, I did try booting from several USB drives and nothing happened. Okay, I'll go ahead and exit out. So I'm going to reboot right now. I'm going to try a couple of arcade games. Want to see what is here. We're going to try some of the Mame games. I think all the emulators should be loaded. Let's try Home Pie, Orange Pie, Retropie, ROMs, arcade. You know what? I don't think all the emulators are loaded, so I may have to bring them on. So I'll see if they launch with what already installed, and then we'll go from there. All right, we're back in. Oh, duh. All right, let's see if any of these load with Mame 2003. All right, so we got some arcade games in here now. Let's try Area 51. They usually would launch with Mame 2016. But let's just see what happens. I know it's not going to launch with Final Burn Alpha. Completely different beast. You mean I gotta launch a freaking password for this? Oh my gosh. See, this is how you guys know if you already have a pre-made image. If you don't have to type in a a password, then it's pre-made. Okay, so I guess it fell. That emulator is not going to run. NFL Blitz should have an easier time with 2003. Not the preferred emulator I'd want to use. Okay, let's just try any of these right now. Just going down the line. I should probably try to install 2010 and go from there. Let me try the. This is the SNES one. I don't think Mame will launch it. I know it has to. It needs. This is the console version. Okay. All right. I think I need to add a few more emulators on here. I can't remember if 2016 Mame was at it. Let's go back to manage packages. Manage main packages. All right. 2003 MuPin. Optional. I'm not going to add that right now. Let's try. Let's see. Flycast, a Beetle. Let's install Mame 2010. Let's see how long this takes. Let's see if it even compiles. Yeah, Rexer, I was trying it. I think RetroArch should be loaded. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I'm just going to try to run through as many games as possible. I mean, it should work. So, should be there. Let's just see if Mame 2010 fully compiles and then go from there. At least I know I have the BIOSes added for a lot of these. All right, so in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a couple of these videos to my public Facebook page. Kiodiekin, Kiodiekin, same name. And then you guys could get a better idea. So you can see it from my perspective that it was not choppy. So I'll upload the 1081 right now if you guys wanted to check it out. Then I'm going to upload. It's going to take a little while. Then I'll go ahead and upload the other ones. You know, it's really hard trying to find specs on TechnoParrot. I mean, I know some of the guys that I talk to, they know what the basic specs are, but I want to know what the actual system requirements are. Like even trying to find it for PC is just really impossible. So it doesn't give me an idea about what a single board computer could needs to have in order to effectively run it. All right, let's see. This should be the second video. Okay. All right. Both of them should be uploaded by now. All right, so right now we're just compiling and adding a new emulator. Hopefully it goes all the way through and gives us a success, lets us know it compiles. But what do you guys think right now as far as the progress? I mean, I've only had this now for less than a week. We got Retropie up and running. A lot of the emulators, we've seen some gameplay. Now it's just time to fully dig in and see what else we can do and get it fully optimized. I know Mame can actually sometimes take quite a bit of time, but I think we're making some good progress here. And I'll be able to get in some more time probably this week and test it a little bit more. See what else we can get out of it. It's still going. Still going. You know what? I need to check and see if Mame 2016 was available. Let me move this mic to the side. I don't remember seeing it in the list. All right, sweet. Looks like it installed. Let's see, Mame 2. You know, I'm kind of scared to launch Mame 2016 because last time I did that, it took like a day and a half under source. So let's see. These are all the available emulators. Mame 2003 Plus. All right, let's just stick with these for right now and then see what we got. I think I'll go ahead and do another reboot just to be sure. All right. All right. All right, so the Pi in the unit is not too hot. It feels like a normal Raspberry Pi unit would feel. I don't have the temps or anything in front of me, but it doesn't feel too bad. Like, you know, like I said the other day, I checked it. It was like at 44 degrees Celsius, something like that. All right, let's take a look, see if this does anything. Bloody roar, I added that. All right, let's change the emulator. Change it to 2010. Okay, so. Oh. All right, let's try the last one here. All right, for those of you just joining, we're just doing some tests tonight, walking through some paces and customer service related questions, but that's about it. We did get N64 running as well as for GoldenEye and 1080 snowboarding. Let's try this one out. I got so many different versions of this game, it's ridiculous. Okay, well. Let's try this one. You know, I don't remember. Guess that is the only emulator. Okay, I think I need to install some other emulators for Atari because I don't remember that one being the defaulted emulator for this. See, N64. Let me try Nintendo again, and then I want to make sure the defaulted emulator is set to something that we all recognize. Let's try this again. Okay, let's try this one. FB Neo. I don't remember this one. All right, let's take a look here. Let's try, I'm going to try another emulator really quickly. Let's see, select emulator for ROM, NES. Let's try this one. I just want to see if it works. Okay, well, that was not working. Hey, man, what's going on? How you been? Yeah, check out the video really quickly on Facebook. If you guys, I mean, it was, well, as far as GoldenEye, it was a little choppy on my end, but it wasn't as bad as what you guys would have seen on your live stream. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, and that's, again, this is not even optimized. We just slapped this thing on here and just compiled it. All right, let's see, configuration tool. Manage more packages, manage main. But all in all, definitely wanted to show you guys that this is up and working. When we let's see, control block, game con driver, power block. Let's see what happens with this. 64-bit PS3 controller install from source. Yeah, like when I show you guys how to do this stuff, we definitely want to keep you guys updated because you guys know we ain't full of it. We love to bring it. So we back up everything we have to say over here. All right, right now I'm trying to install that PS3 driver. I can't remember if this fully goes through or if it fails. Okay, so it looks like it did install. Okay, cool. There was a couple of them in here. Maybe it was this 6-axis that would fail. I'm not sure if many of these will be fixed. We'll just have to take a look at it. Let's try Steam controller. Let's see if that installs. I was trying to think of some other game. Oh, you know what? Maybe on. So since N64 is currently working, let me see if I can find some other demanding games that I know will work right off the bat with that. Let's find. Pi images, ROM pack. I think N64. I'm gonna put No Mercy on here. I want to see how this loads. WWF No Mercy. I'll put that on here, and then I want to add. I can't remember if any of the other gut emulators loaded. All right. Controller still works. That's pretty good. All right, let's just do a quick reboot. We're just going to reboot Emulation Station really quickly. Oh, okay, there is a video snap. Sweet, so video snaps are working. Cool. Just got to find out why the rest of them aren't. I'm going to change this back to the previous emulator for N64 so we get the best experience. All right, there we go. No. Wow, not bad. Not bad at all. This is a pain in the butt, even at this intro screen to run on the Pi 4 or even on the Pi 3. But unfortunately, I can't hear it because I don't have any audio right now to know if it's off. But looking at it is definitely not stuttering or anything. So. It looks good. Looks good. I'll just do a one-person match right now. No slowdown. Looks good. Man, this is looking great. Wish I could hear it. But all right, I'll skip that intro. No issues. It's pretty nice. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I mean, as far as it running, I haven't seen anybody run N64 on this yet, but we'll get the sound and everything going. But right now with this, I don't see any stuttering. Everything looks fluid. We could add the other emulators on here that would make this perform slightly better. Let's see, is that joystick? Joystick is default right now. Well, definitely. I mean, I really wish I could hear the sound to compare it, but there's a little choppiness on the Pi 4. I mean, I know a lot of that still has to do with the emulator, but I mean, for me to just load this and it's not native to the Orange Pi, I mean, it looks great. I need to see what I can do to get Sega Saturn on here so I can give it a really good comparison, especially run Virtual Cop, because we haven't really seen that. I mean, the last time I ran it, you guys know the sound's a little off and, you know, sluggish. So I wanted to see if it was a little bit more fluid on here. All right, guys. Well, leave me a like. Let me know what you think. Share this video. We have a lot, you know, some ways to go. We got video snaps working by default. That's a good sign. I still need to add probably some more BIOS on here, as well as some more emulators. But I mean, to not even have this, you know, for fully good, what, 4 or 5 days? I mean, we're I think we're about where we need, you know, should be. Let's see here. You know, a lot of the other basic options are compiling on here, but you know, it's going to be a process of time. But you know, it's definitely something that, you know, to look forward to in the next few weeks. But what do you guys think? Let me know what you know think in the comment section below. You got tons of options to go through. But I'll keep you guys posted. I got some other videos I need to upload, but we're making some good progress. It's just again, you know, again, I'm only one person, and there's a few other individuals out there, but you know, we'll see what we can make out of it. But you know, I'm really happy with the start that we're getting. I'm just glad, first of all, that it's booting and not giving us any errors or freezing up. The boot time isn't too bad on here. I really wish it was for, you know, SSD, but you know, it's what we have to work with right now. So. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.